Ever since I can remember, my parents and I have traveled to the same small island in the Baltic Sea for summer vacation. One of the first times, if not the first, my mom had to be on set for an acting job short notice, which meant my dad and I went alone. Unfortunately, that didn't end all too well, because as my dad was checking into the hotel, I decided to wander off and inspect a glass lamp. Said glass lamp came crashing down on my face, leaving my small face covered in blood. Luckily, it looked worse than it was, but you can imagine the shock on my dad's face. Not to mention how my mom must have felt when she found out. I ended up getting away with a cut on my nose and a forever souvenir in the form of a small scar. As I've grown up, our visits to the island have gotten more scarce. However, this summer we managed to spend one whole week on the most peaceful island in the world. Arriving on the ferry always feels like coming home. Knowing every building, street, and restaurant I pass on our way to the accommodation makes it feel like we never left. This time, my mom and I developed a beautiful routine of waking up early, going on long walks across the island, saying hi to the horses and cows and the lighthouse, drinking an iced coffee in the sun while reading or playing cards, and then heading to the beach. The water is ice cold, but incredibly clear and refreshing. There's a little kiosk where you can get ice cream and rent beach chairs. Walking over the dunes to the beach, you can read the joke of the day, written on a small sign by the lifeguards. They're not really funny though. One of my favorite things about this island is that there are no cars, which makes life feel much slower, not to mention the lack of phone service most places. Everyone on the island either walks or rents bikes. This time around, I finally got to go on a horse ride across the island, which has to be one of my highlights. I admired the beautiful landscapes while my lovely horse carried me. We even rode through the water to the delight of an older lady sitting on a bench nearby. Another beautiful moment, which I unfortunately wasn't able to capture, was when a mother and baby deer showed up right before our window one night. The baby deer was drinking its mom's milk, and the mom picked apples from the apple tree. The animals and the locals are what make the island so special. There's a puppeteer who has been running a little puppet theater for decades and does it so wonderfully. This year, we went to see his adaptation of Pinocchio, and as the curtains opened before the play even begun, I could have cried out of nostalgia and the beautiful magical atmosphere of that place. When you refrain from doom scrolling and watching shows or movies for some time, you really learn to appreciate traditional forms of entertainment much more. Even though the island's pace is so slow, our time there flew by. So for now, I have to say, until next time, my favorite little island.